What's up, YouTube? It's your boy TBGTCG back again with another video today. Today we're going to be continuing our $24 budget deck series utilizing two of the same star decks. Today we're going to be featuring STO1 Heroic Beginnings. And the reason you do need two of those is because you are going to need 4 copies of both of the LRs from that starter deck. But don't worry, it is $24. If you can get both decks at MSRP, you will be able to build this deck. That being said, let's hop right into it. All right, so here we have the deck. We're going to start with our bases. We have 2 copies of School of Technology Earth House. This is going to be our weaker base. We're just playing it to have that extra sustainability. However, by resting it, you can give all of your friendly link units +1 AP, making them a little bigger. So it's not a terrible card. It'll definitely be better in set 1 when we have more of the Academy cards that actually really enjoy that AP +1. Because a lot of them are just like 2 or 1 AP, but this makes them fairly well statted. So this card will be better in set 1, but for this deck, we're just playing 2 copies for the extra health mostly. And then 4 of arguably the best card in the deck. The reason we're starting with the bases is White Base. So White Base, you can deploy it, add 1 shield to your hand, and then once per turn pay 2, and you deploy a different token depending on what's on your board. So if you have nothing on your board, you get the Gundam token, which is a 3/3. If you have 1 card on your board, you get a gun cannon token, which is a 2/2. And then if you have more than 2 cards on your board, you get a gun tank, which is a 1/1. So it's just a free body for 2 every single turn, and that body scales depending on where you are in the game. So it's very, very good. And just giving you that extra body that can swing is just going to be really good and really consistent and keeping your hand size up. Next, we're going to move on to the commands. We're playing 3 copies of Unforeseen Incident. Burst activates its main. Its main is choose 1 enemy unit. It gets -A. Its action and main is actually that you get to choose 1 enemy unit. It gets -3 AP. So this protects you if your opponent tries to swing into you. You can -3 AP to either keep a base alive or to keep a body alive. Really good card. And then we play 4 copies of Thoroughly Damaged, which just chooses a rested enemy unit and pings it for 1. But it is also our pilot. It's Hayato Kobayashi for +0/+1, which is a pilot we do need in the deck. 4 copies of Amuro Ray. Burst, add it to hand. And then also, when paired, choose 1 enemy unit with 5 or less, that costs 5 or less HP. Sorry, with 5 or less HP, and you get to rest it. This allows really good board control, allowing you to, whenever you link this to, or pair it to, swing over a body, which is really good. And then our last pilot, we are playing 4 copies of Soletta Mercury. So Soletta Mercury, burst, add to hand, and then once per turn when it attacks, you get to untap a resource. Really, really good card. Really lets you extend your plays and your turns even further. Really, really like Soletta. So that's going to be for our commands and our pilots. Now let's move on to the Gundams themselves. So you'll notice we don't have anything to play on turn 1, which is a little unfortunate, but we do have our 2 drops, which are really good. We have our vanilla level 2, 1 cost 2/2 GM. And this is just going to be a vanilla beater. But it's fairly well statted. For 1 cost, you get a 2/2. And then the best card, one of the best cards in the deck. This deck has a lot of good cards, but you'll see this card even going into set 1. We have our level 2, 2-drop Zawart, one of the best blockers in the game. It can't attack enemy players. But it is a 3/2 blocker, which is really good. And you can also swing over enemy bodies, which is really, really nice. So yeah, Zawart is very strong. And that's it for our level 2s. Let's move on to our level 3s. We have 3 copies of Gun Cannon, which is a 2/4 vanilla. Then we have, but it is piloted by Kai Shiden, which we don't play. That's the card that, the other pilot that comes in the star deck. I don't like it that much. Some of these budget builds will play. Me personally, not a fan. And then we have 3 copies of Gun Tank, which is deploy, choose an enemy unit with 2 HP or less, and rest it. And this pairs with our Hayato Kobayashi. So once paired with Hayato, it's a 2/4, making it the same stats as Gun Cannon. That is it for our level 3s. Moving on, we have our level 4s. And if you've been following the channel, you'll know this is my favorite stat line on a vanilla card. And if I'm playing a vanilla card, it's going to be this stat line. This is Gundam Aerial Bit on Form, level 4, 2 cost, 3/4. Really, really, really good stats, like incredible stats. We're wanting to go second most of the time, so we'll be able to accelerate this because we have that EX resource on turn 3. And we are able to play the pilot, which goes with this is Soletta Mercury. So on turn 3, you'll be at level 4. and you can play this. If you go second, you can play this, pair it with Soletta, swing, and then you get to have one untapped, still technically two because you can use your EX resource at that point. So if you want to be a little aggressive and drop a 2-drop body like Zor or something, really, really good play. And then we have our other level 4, which is going to be one of our LRs. This is Gundam. This is RX 79. This is repair 2. So at the end of your turn, it'll repair 2. And then during pair, during your turn, all of your units get AP +1. So when this is paired, no matter what it's paired with, it's getting +1, and it's giving your entire board +1. Sorry, not whatever it's paired with. It has to be paired with Amuro Ray, which is what we're going to... Sorry, it links with Amuro Ray, but it can pair with anything. But your link pair is Amuro Ray. So what you can do is you can have RX 79. You can go Amuro Ray. You get a, because Amuro Ray is, when paired, you get a rest a 5 HP or less. You get to swing over it with RX 79. And at the end of the turn, RX 79 will repair 2 from itself. So you will be mitigating that damage that you're taking as long as it is not enough to KO RX 79, which is really, really good. And over time will just be such a great value engine. It'll be really, really indispensable. So that's really the name of the game with this deck, is just value trades and value boards that you will eventually be able to out-tempo your opponent. And it's pretty good at doing that, especially with just 2 star decks. Very surprising how well it works. And then another really strong card in the deck is Gundam MA form. This is RX 79 MA form. Again, it links with Amuro Ray, and when paired with a white base pilot, so it has to be either Amuro or Kobayashi, you do get to draw 1, which is actually incredibly nice. Its stats aren't great. It's a 4/3, but you are just drawing 1 for playing this or pairing this, which draw is very, very essential, especially if you only have 2 star decks. In the booster set, we will get more cards that draw, but for now, there's not a whole lot that does it. And especially if you're on a budget and you can only get 2 star decks, this is going to be one of the main ways to draw. So that is our first 5 cost. And our last 5 cost, the last card in the deck, is actually going to be Gundam Aerial Permit Score 6. So it's a level 5, 4 cost, 4/4. Also pairs with Soletta Mercury. And then when paired, or links with Soletta Mercury, when paired, you get to choose one enemy unit, level 5 or lower, and give it -3 AP. So again, we're just going for those value trades. You're going to -3 AP from something. Ideally, this is what's going to be picking up bigger bodies, and Gundam RX 79 will pick up the little bodies, right? Because little bodies that are going to hit Gundam RX 79 for like 1 or 2, that's fine. You can repair that at the end of the turn. So you'll take that, you'll pick up that body, repair the 2, and then Aerial will be able to pick up those big bodies by removing 3 AP from it. Or if you want, you can go Aerial, right? If you have RX 79 on the board already, because it is like turn 4, turn 5 plays. You can go turn 4 Gundam, do your thing. Turn 5, you can go Aerial, right? You can -3 AP from something, and now you can, if that's a bigger body and it's rested, you can swing over it with RX 79, and you're mitigating the damage you're taking by reducing it, as well as healing that damage back with repair. So that repair and that rest allow for incredibly nice board clear and really nice board control synergy, which, like I said, is just going to be the name of the game with those value trading. And you are untapping a resource whenever you swing with Soletta Mercury as a pilot as well, just getting you more out of your turns than your opponent as well, which is very, very nice, especially for only 2 starter decks. So overall, I think the best way to describe this deck and what we're going for is like a value tempo engine, where we are just going to put bodies on the board and answer our opponents while they have to outgrind us, but we do have cards that draw. So in an endgame scenario, we should have more bodies than our opponents most of the time. We also have cards like White Base, which are going to guarantee us a body every turn. Especially as the longer the game scales, you'll be able to get more and more value out of that. So that is what you can build with 2 of the Heroic Beginnings starter decks, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope you guys give this deck a try. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. And let me know down in the comments which starter deck you intend to pick up. I'm going to be having all 4 starter decks with this $24 budget deck guide series before Friday the 25th when this set comes out. That being said, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.